Hey everybody, it is Tara Green here, and I am Agent 129 of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency here, and I'm on a minute early, and I'm recording on my phone this time just because I thought it would look better. So I'm going to wait until people show up, and I'm going to see if I can watch myself live here on Facebook. I should be able to see myself. It says that I'm live. Now, I don't know if anybody can see me. I see one person is there. Please say hi and let me know that you can see me. There's two people there. Okay, good. Please say hi and introduce yourself. There you go. I see. Okay, Mina Galanis. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait a few minutes for everybody to come on. Hi, Louise. Yeah, I'm Tara Green, Agent 129 in Toronto here. It's really hot out here tonight. Hope everybody's fine. Thank you for joining me. It kind of spirit inspired me to offer this to you tonight. I know everybody's probably overwhelmed or oversaturated maybe by Venus turning retrograde tonight, and I am a bit of a stickler for doing rituals right when the planets are changing direction. Hi from Australia. Cosmic Intelligence Agency is started in Australia. So welcome people from all over. Welcome. Let me know where you are, and if you're a CIA member, fan, if you know me from my work, I'm Tara Green. So I'm going to wait a few minutes till more people come on. I kind of advertise this. I do TikToks. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. So yeah, so please join me. So I felt called, Spirit called me to do a live workshop here. Now, Venus is actually going to turn exactly retrograde at 9:33 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time, 6:33 p.m. That's in Pacific Daylight Time. And of course, it's July the 23rd when Venus turns retrograde at 12:33 a.m. So I'm going to talk about the astrology a little bit. I hope everybody can watch me. I can't, for some reason, I'm not seeing it live on the CIA page, though, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I can't see it because I'm on live. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, this is a very intense time, as Venus turns retrograde. Hang on, I'm going to talk about the astrology here a little bit and welcome people as they come on. Please say hi. And I'm going to stop and get you ready to do a little guided meditation just before Venus goes retrograde, and then I'm going to pull tarot cards for everybody to give you some live guidance as to how best to transit and navigate with Venus as she goes into the underworld. So as you know, Venus, the goddess, known by 1,000 names, she is the Shekinah, she is Saraswati, she is Isis, she is, Mary Magdalene. It is also synchronistically Mary Magdalene's feast day today, and in the tarot, she's usually shown as strength, and of course this is Leo, okay? This is the Muse Tarot. So as Venus turns retrograde, in Leo, it is going to be a review, a rewind, a reflection, going into the underworld as Venus goes underworld for 40 days. This is Inanna's mythic journey, one of the most ancient myths that we know about from Babylon. So as Venus goes retrograde, she takes off all her gold, her jewels, her raiments. She dies, is hung on a peg as she's resurrected by her little helpers there, and she comes back into the upper world now to regain her sovereignty as queen, and that's what this retrograde is all about. So especially in Leo, the sign of royals, okay? And I was going to say loyalty was also coming to me. So 28 degrees of Leo, that's virtually the 29th degree of Leo, and the Sabian symbol for that, hi Susan, is a mermaid yearning to come up to the surface to be born. So basically it is about the unconscious. The mermaid represents the deepest unconscious desires, wanting to become conscious, and it's from the Sabian symbols. I like Dane Rudyard's version. I think that was the original version, actually. So you know that any planets at the last degrees of any sign are the most intense, and of course right now Venus is ruled by the Sun. The Sun rules Leo. So Venus at 29 degrees of Cancer, directly opposite Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn. This is the most intense of intense, push, pulls, lots of power struggles. Persephone, yes, That's the other myth of Venus in the underworld. And so that intense power struggles between nurturing, mothering, caring, lots of family issues have come up, lots of shadows, power plays between literally what the people need to feel safe and fed, and all of those things are in the news. And then Pluto at the last degree of Capricorn, really the most powerful. Now the other thing is, the moon is at 27 degrees of Virgo, directly opposite Neptune. So there's this element of fantasy or denial or projection. Everybody's always into the projection. So this would also be a good energy. You know, I have the chart here for Venus going retrograde in Washington, D.C. actually. And so, you know, you have to put all of the different elements in. Now, the yod, there's a big yod going on between Pluto and Neptune to Venus again. So the element is about projection, addictions, love addictions. This is where you want to break your love addiction to toxic relationships. While Venus is retrograde, you're going to reevaluate everything, okay? And Venus rules art, and she rules the heart. And so she rules creativity, willpower, the third chakra. She rules children, love affairs, playfulness. So you want to bring back what brings you joy, what makes you happy, you know, dancing, you know. Venus in Leo, she wants to be center stage, but now she's walking off the stage to take care of herself. You know, for the next 40 days, she will stop and turn direct again on September the 3rd or the 4th, depending on what time zone you're in. Now, she will also make a very powerful conjunction to the sun on August the 13th. That's one of the best days of the year. That's literally the heart of gold, Venus in the heart of the sun. And it's really going to take until later in October until Venus really clears this retrograde. She actually began to enter the shadow on June the 19th. Okay, now, so, and then of course, this is the last day of Cancer season. The sun actually enters Leo at 9:50 p.m. So literally right after Venus turns retrograde, the sun switches sign as well. So big change up time. You know, Mercury and Lilith are also very close to Venus. They're also kind of watching over her, I would say, or guarding her, guiding her. You know, Lilith was the first woman in the Bible. She's the archetype of the first woman. So any feminine archetype, you know, in the tarot, Venus is the Empress, you know, or the Great Mother here, right? So she is usually shown as Mother Nature, a pregnant woman, nurturing, you know, all of that traditional mothering things. Okay. So let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 9:21, 9:22. So what I'm going to do, so what I'd like everybody to do, you know, I have been presenting a series of live workshops since 2021 actually, and so one of my specialties is doing guided meditations. But what I want you to do then is just get comfy wherever you are. I'm smudging everybody virtually here. You can close your eyes. Start by taking deep breaths. So you want to put your right hand on your heart chakra, because we're dealing with the heart. Leo rules the heart. And you want to put your left hand on your womb or your uterus. I know there's all the gender politics going on, but women, put your left hand on your uterus, or men, or if that doesn't feel right to you, you can put your hand on your third chakra, which is the will chakra, which is also what Leo rules, okay? So what you want to do is take 3 deep breaths, just really slowly take 3 deep breaths, just breathe into your belly and just not forced, just imagine that the breath goes up into your heart chakra. You can also tap on your heart chakra. This opens it up, and then imagine that the breath goes up into your mind, into the third eye. You want to open your third eye. And also you can imagine the breath going out into like a white lotus, big stream of white consciousness there. Okay, or you might see it as pink. You know, the heart chakra is usually shown as pink, and I've got my pink rose quartz here. And I'm also making a tincture while this goes on. So I have a little bottle of tincture here. I've got tons of these since 11/11 that I make while the planets are moving retrograde. Those are magical elixirs, and I'm going to bottle them up and sell them later as well. But anyway, so just take 3 deep breaths. Breathe into your third will chakra. It's like a bright yellow, like the card of the sun in the tarot, this brilliant yellow light. That's what they call it, your hara. It's just 2 fingers below your navel. For women, it could you could focus on your womb. The womb is the most powerful, most spiritual organ in existence. Focus on the womb, and especially if you have any issues with your womb, you want to send healing energy there. Remember, Chiron is also going to turn retrograde tomorrow in Aries. So that fire power, the healing fire, the spiritual fire, So also breathe into your heart chakra. Okay, we want to open our heart chakra. So what you want to do is visualize the 4 elements, the 4 chambers in your heart opening, and just visualize the circulation of all of the elements. Fire, Venus is in fire, Leo. Air, the air that we breathe, the air in our lungs, the lungs right beside the heart chakra. Gratitude for being alive at this time. Water, the flow of emotions, the flow of our blood, our red blood, gives us strength, gives us power, gives us vitality. It's the life force, the blood, sacred blood going through our hearts. And then our body's earth. So being grateful for being in the earth plane right now. All right, so what I want you to do is put your attention into your 3rd chakra, your root chakra. You're going to start to feel it. I'm using my special crystal here. You're going to start to feel it getting very hot. Okay, Venus rules love, she rules sex, she rules war as well. So we want to get Venus's erotic energy going here in our root chakras. It is sacred, spiritual, sexual energy as well. So you want to feel your root chakra spinning and waking up. And you could visualize a red rose there. Roses are sacred to Venus. Her symbol is the 5-pointed pentagram, upward pointing pentagram. Okay. So visualize your root chakra opening up, and then you're going to breathe up into your womb or your orange, your 2nd chakra there. And just visualize that as a bright orange, like a poppy. A poppy would be good. Poppies are also symbols of sexual energy. Roses, all flowers, are basically sacred to Venus, but some more than others. Her metal is copper. I actually have a tattoo. I don't know if you can see it. I have a copper tattoo of Venus's symbol, copper, sacred copper. So if you have copper things, you want to wear them. If you do a ritual yourself after this, you want to bring in copper elements. Drink out of copper cups. And then breathe up into your 3rd chakra here, this bright, brilliant yellow. It's called your hara or your arende. You want to feel that opening up. This is where you send your spiritual energy out into the world. It's like a spiritual umbilical cord. And then you're going to breathe up into your heart chakra, and you can visualize that as being deep emerald green. The Archangel Raphael, who's in the 50s and the 60s, Archangel Raphael is a fixed star called Regulus, and it is usually at 28 degrees of Leo. And it has since progressed into 0 degrees of Virgo. Okay, so just breathe into your heart. Just feel your heart is open. You're in a place of trust, of innocence. You're ready to go on this journey, to reflect, to reveal, to review, to reclaim, to regenerate your heart, your creativity, your beauty. Venus rules beauty, your femininity. Everybody has an inner masculine and feminine. You're going to bring the feminine energy into the masculine fire sign of Leo. So strength in there. So opening your heart, feeling the love, feeling the self-love moving through your body, through your veins. Veins comes from the word Venus, actually. So any word that starts with V-E, sacred has to do with Venus, V-E. So just feel that energy circulating from your heart through your veins. Just feeling the warmth, just feeling the love. You're just opening to receive. Retrograde is about receiving. In Cancer, this is the last degree. This is what Cancers really need to learn, is to receive self-love, self-care, self-nurturing. Okay, so then breathe up into your throat chakra. This is your power center connected to your root chakra. You want to open up your throat. You can make some sounds. Oh, if you want to sigh, you want to set up some sound, you can do that. You know, Leos are like to sing. They like to be center stage. You want to make your star power known, right? So you're going to go into a kind of cocooning stage while Venus is moving retrograde to get yourself ready to make your big stage presence known. You take your leadership, recrown yourself with sovereign energy. That's what this is all about. And then breathe up. You know, the throat chakra is deep indigo blue. So breathe up into your third eye. We want to open your third eye. You know, it's purple, ultraviolet. the color of the sun actually is ultraviolet. Breathe up and just imagine there's an eye there. Now this is the eye of Ra, or the eye of Horus, or you would call her the eye of the Shekinah, or Sophia, or Mary Magdalene, again Isis, Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of creativity, Ocean, whatever goddess in your own spiritual belief system that calls to you. Then just open your third eye and feel your inner pineal gland opening as well. We're going to clear all that energy. Okay, so just feel that you're much more alive, much more awake, much more present. And then you're going to breathe up into your crown chakra and just bring that light up into your crown chakra. It's like you're going to be like a whale now, spouting this white light energy from your root chakra through all the chakras. So you've got an open channel now. Okay, now it's 9:30, so we've got 3 more minutes. So what I want you to do is just to visualize Venus. Just see her in front of you and ask her to come to you, and then ask her to step into your body. You're going to become embodied with the goddess. So what I'm seeing is the beautiful Egyptian, like Isis, dressed in gold. You should wear gold for, well, Venus is in Leo. That's our sacred mineral. Gold attracts, and gold is very much a generator. That's why it's so powerful and so popular. So, and feeling yourself, your golden aura, the gold in your blood, the gold that you are. Just feel yourself, your blood turning to a natural, safe gold. Just be aware of the gold in your blood and how everything you feel, all your emotions, your power, your spiritual power, fire, Leo, your strength, your innate sovereignty. You are whole and complete inside of yourself. You're big-hearted. The heart is really what knows the most. So Tibetan Buddhists say that the heart is really the brain. So just feel yourself being fully alive with the goddess energy, fully embodied within you. This is Inanna. She's getting ready to take her journey into the underworld, which she does every 18, 19 months. You know, she's repeating a journey that she started 8 years ago, 2015. So you want to think back about what was going on in your life in 2015. All right, and now you want to bring Venus into your body, and you're going to get ready to start the retrograde journey. So just stay connected to your heart and to your will. Just feel like you're a beautiful, irresistible woman, the goddess. You are the goddess. You are the empress. You're Mother Nature. You're Sophia, the goddess of wisdom. Just feel your power. Feel your strength. Feel the strength of your will, your heart. Nothing can control you. You are sitting on your throne of power. You are the queen. You are the goddess. You're royal. Just feel how it feels to be in your power, your lion power. You know, I'm a woman, hear me roar. So you want to make sure you know your self-worth. Okay, it's 9:33. So now we're going to go with Venus. We're going to take a deep breath. And we're going to imagine that we're now starting to turn retrograde. This is a necessary part of the journey, turning within. There's always a time to go within and to go without. And so the goddess Inanna, she's wearing all her jewels and her raiments, and she opens a door, and she steps through that door into the dark, knowing that she's safe, knowing that she has helpers, knowing that she is divine. She is divine. She is the source of all. You are the source of all. You have the courage and the heart and the will and the daring to conquer anything. And so just feel yourself going through this door to this liminal space. It's dark, but you can see in the light. You can see in the darkness. You have innate vision. You can see the sun at the last degree of Cancer. You can see Pluto opposite below you in the underworld. He's your friend. In the myth of Inanna, she went to visit her sister, Ereshkigal, because her husband had died, so she's going to pay her respects. So it is a kind of death and rebirth journey. You know, it is very Scorpio-like in a way. It's a ritual. It's an event that must be replayed over and over and over again. Interestingly, there's 33 people watching this. So again, these are 33 sacred souls. Number 33, it's July 22nd. It's also Mary Magdalene is here with us. I want you to feel Mary Magdalene's presence as well with her spikenard, that she is washing your feet and putting the sacred spikenard oil on your feet and washing them with her hair like she did for Jesus. This is again to crown you. This whole journey for the next 40 days is to re-crown yourself, to take back your own sovereign wholeness. So just feel yourself gently floating safely like a feather on the breeze, knowing that you're safe, you're whole. You're very excited because you know this is a rebirth for you. You're going to reevaluate everything that's gone on since 8 years ago. Number 8 is the sacred symbol because it's the infinity symbol turned on its side. In a lot of tarot decks, it is the symbol of strength. So just be willing, be open, be excited, be humble. You know, the opposite side of Leo is Aquarius, and as we are moving into the age of Aquarius, we need to learn to be able to be sovereign, but also to not lord it over other people. We want to share our power. We want to empower everybody else. As we take our own power and sovereignty, we can really help other people. We can help each other. We can all be kings and queens for a day, every day. We can be our own heroines and heroes. Quoting David Bowie there. So just know that you're ready for this journey. You can ask Venus if she has a message for you, something to pay attention to, especially maybe something that you're in denial of or not sure of. I would say that that's definitely the moon opposite Neptune right now. What is it I'm not seeing? What is it I'm blind about? You know, and Pluto represents the soul. We want to go down and dig up our soul riches, all the gold we have, just like, you know, in Harry Potter, you know, we had all that gold at Gringotts Bank. You know, we're going to go down and dig up our own soul riches, our heart riches. We're going to heal our broken hearts. You know, even if there's heartbreak from a long time ago that you've forgotten about, or sometime when someone mistreated you from way back when, they were abusive or whatever, we're going to heal our hearts during this 40-day journey. So ask Venus or Mary Magdalene, whatever form she's come to you in, if there's something specifically you have to pay attention to, and just take note of that. So it's important how you begin a journey. So rather than being in fear or projecting, you know, some kind of disaster, there's a lot of internet, you know, memes about that stuff these days, but I know that people who come to the Cosmic Intelligence Agency are, you know, ready for real astrology. So you want to be kind of in your fearless mode, you know, like, and also Leo, it's the sign of actors and actresses, you know, it is the sign of drama. So you want to go through all of the old dramas that you've been through and, you know, kind of reclaim them, reclaim your power. You know, you didn't get your 2 cents in, you know, if you've been allowing someone to take advantage of you, you know, that's, you know, Neptune and Pisces, you're going to reclaim your power now. So Venus and Leo, the actress, you can start to play new roles during the next 40 days. You can try on new hats. And also the drama, you know, Leo is all about the drama. So, maybe you really want to make sure you don't have to go through any of those dramas anymore. You want to move forward with grace, and grace is a real gift. So I just want you all to take another deep breath and just sort of come back. I just wanted to give you a little initiation there, just a nice little start your journey, and just be mindful. It would be good to keep a journal while you're going through Venus retrograde. Take note of whatever images, sounds, feelings you got during that, and just slowly come back into your body and just breathe again into your root chakra. You might want to kind of wiggle yourself around a little bit to wake yourself up. Okay, and then just kind of slowly come back, because I'm kind of aware of the time here. All right. So it would be nice if you could share with me what you felt or what you saw. I really like to do very long meditations, and that's what I specialize in, but this is just a little kind of induction, just so that we moved in our hearts with Venus, so we know that we're really journeying with her. She feels that, right? Okay, so what we're going to do now, if you have been here before and usually watch, I usually do the live, every month, or as called, I come on and I do a live presentation with the tarot cards. So if you know your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, then I will pull cards for each sign here. So, of course, Venus, the Empress, and the tarot. This is the Thoth tarot. There she is in Leo. We're dealing with our strength. Okay, and the sun, we're going to shine like the sun. So Venus, she's like the high priestess, so we want to listen to our intuition more while Venus is retrograde. She rules love, so we want to learn to love ourselves. Okay, more. And she rules art and creativity. Okay. Now I want to mention also that while Venus is retrograde right at this moment with the sun at 27 degrees of Virgo, it's exactly squaring the galactic center, which is Sagittarius, which is on this card, which is usually called temperance. So it's about balancing the inner masculine and feminine energies. And yeah, we get to have our wishes met during this journey, and it is an underworld journey, like the card of the moon here. So we're going into a place of kind of unknowing or not knowing, but that's usually the greatest wisdom, is in that. Okay, so I'm just going to smudge my tarot cards here, and I'm going to use my special crystal. Okay, so I want you all to kind of, really tune in. Again, Aries sun, moon, rising, wherever you have planets in Aries. And of course, Leos are the most impacted, and also Taurus and Libra, because Venus rules your sign during this time. Okay, so Aries, I'm going to start with Aries and go through. Okay, so Aries, you get the devil. So the number 15 here, the devil card. Now don't freak out. The devil card is a very much misaligned card. It is Capricorn energy, so definitely Aries is saying, pay attention to Pluto, pay attention to your own demons, pay attention to projection. This card is a lot about projection. Am I living out other people's values? Am I living true to myself? These are really major questions that you want to ask yourself while you're in Venus retrograde. Okay? Again, this has to do with ambition. Power, how are you using your power? A real powerful person can either be, a philanthropist who comes from their heart, or someone who lords power over people, okay? And we all can be kind of dictatorial sometimes, we have to admit. So where do we make too many demands? Where do we have too many expectations? Where do we demonize others? This is all issues that Aries need to look at right now, and if you're born in the last few days of Aries, then of course, Venus is trining you, so she's giving you some nice blessings, right? So what you want to do then is look at yourself, look at your ambition, look at how you're using or abusing power, and remember, Aries, that Chiron is turning retrograde tomorrow, and also, as the nodes are also squaring the sun and Pluto, this is a very, very fated time right now. The north and south nodes of the moon have just moved from Taurus into Aries Libra. So again, at the very last degree of Aries, this is very important if you're born in those last days. You're really going to feel like you're in the crosshairs of this big, heavy, fixed cardinal cross. Okay, grand cardinal cross here. So Aries, yes, you need to work on your own wounds and your own healing. Okay, all right, so Taurus. Now again, because Venus is your ruling planet and Jupiter's in your sign, so Tauruses are having a really positive year. Jupiter's already up at 12 degrees of Taurus. Uranus is at 22. So let's see what's going on for Taurus. Okay, so you get the Chariot here. Okay, so the Chariot is the number 2023, reduces to 7. Taurus, you need to feel like you're in the driver's seat, even if it feels totally chaotic and things are out of control. Sorry, there's a siren going by. See, just as I said, out of control. The siren is, that's synchronicity, the siren is going off here. You got to pay attention. You know, maybe you're in denial. Maybe you're not really noticing what's going on here. And you also need to nurture yourself. This is Cancer energy. So Taurus, you know, Cancer energy, where is it that you can't receive love, or you can't receive all the energy that you're putting out? Also, it's about home and security, things that are very important to Taurus. They want to make sure they have that security. So if you're feeling insecure about your home, or what nurtures you, or what you need to take care of your family, this would be a really good time while Venus is retrograde to really go in and ask for help, to nurture yourself, to see where you need to be in a place of equilibrium. This is also, the number 7 is a kind of a victory lap. Actually, it has a reputation for that. And of course, the 7s have to do with timing of events. So this is like divine timing. So you want to make sure you keep all of your 7 chakras open. And if you see a rainbow, which has 7 colors, that's a divine sign always. So when to move ahead and when not. I would suggest, Taurus, that this is the time to really go within. Again, while Venus is retrograde, everything to do with money, love, you know, creativity. You know, remember, you know, there's an actor strike now. There's a SAG strike right now. You know, it kind of started, I believe, when Venus started into her shadow period, right? So it should be resolved by September the 3rd, when Venus stops turning retrograde. So Taurus, nurture yourself. Get yourself in the driver's seat. Also, you need more psychic protection. Notice the charioteer is wearing gold. This is Leo's metal, the sun. You know, so wear gold. Okay. All right. So Gemini. Now, Gemini. Let's see what you got here. So there is the planet, sorry, the asteroid Vesta right now in Gemini at 12 degrees, another 12-degree planet there. Okay, so Gemini. So if you're born in the last few days of Gemini, then Venus is giving you some nice sextile blessings. Okay, so Gemini, you get the Fool. Now the Fool 0 or 22 is the wisest of all the cards in the deck, so it really means you're going to start a brand new journey. Okay, now you've got to also remember that Venus, as she stations direct, she will be at 12 degrees of Leo. There's that number 12 popping up. And so you want to think about those degrees, like where is 28 to 12 degrees of Leo in your own astrology chart, okay? So Gemini, the Fool, this has to do with your inner child. Now Geminis are very much like children anyway. So maybe it's something that's come full circle, very literally. The Fool is coming full circle. It is about trust. It is about innocence. It could be something brand new coming for you at the end of this retrograde. You know, remember, Venus is giving you, those of you born in the last few days of Gemini, some nice blessings here. So the Fool, it's about trust. It's about innocence. It's about doing what you love to do when you were a child. Maybe you really need to heal some childhood wounds, okay? Which I'm sure is very true, okay? Where is your heart still broken and hurting? There could be issues with your mother, with your father, especially if you're a child of divorce. This may be a good time to go back and really heal your heart from that, you know? So, okay, the Fool is always exciting, brand new beginning, come full circle, ready to start something brand new. All right, so Cancer. All right, so Cancers. Now, of course, if you're born in the last days of Cancer, you're definitely feeling that Pluto, North Node, South Node tension there. All right, so Cancer, you get the Hermit. So this is definitely about going within. The number 9, and completion, and completing whatever work, issues you've been dealing with, your perfectionism, being so hard on yourself, or maybe overcritical to your family, your children, yourself. Also to watch your health. Virgo rules the upper digestion, and also Mars is in Virgo right now, along with the moon at the moment too. Mars in Virgo tends to give you tummy upsets, Cancer. You're ruled by your stomach, of course. So think about what needs to be completed right now, and really definitely make sure you take some time, Cancers, to be in nature, to ground yourself. Like this is very intense. I know a lot of people are feeling this. Walking barefoot in nature, working in a garden, going out to pick some of your own fruits and vegetables if you can't grow them yourself. Reading, reflecting. Really, I need to take time to be alone. Again, this is what I was mentioning, Cancers. This is what you need to learn, is to nurture yourself. Could be a good time to change your diet, to do a big cleanse. If you're here up in the northern hemisphere, it is summer. It's very hot here. I know down south, and where the Cosmic Intelligence Agency originates, it's Australia, you're into winter. But take care of yourself. Also journaling, writing, giving yourself a break. I keep getting the sense of you really need to give yourself a break, Cancer. All right. So Leo, of course, especially those of you born in the last 10 days of Leo, with Mercury and Lilith exactly conjunct at 21 degrees. I work a lot with Lilith. She is the most powerful goddess in a way. She's the original divine feminine. She refuses to compromise unless she's totally respected. So listen to her saying, where do I need to go back and get respect, And again, Venus, Leo in your sign. So where is your heart shut down? Where's your willpower gone off? Have you been playing roles and gotten lost in your pursuit of fame? Maybe this is where you are on the path to fame, but you just need to reconsider things. Leos are very strong-willed, very daring, very courageous. Or what do you need to speak out? Have you forgotten what it's like to really have a voice? I think that the moon in Virgo squaring the galactic center in Sagittarius means you really need to speak your truth, Leo. So stay in your heart, but again, review. There could be issues from your childhood about money, your own self-worth, creativity, where have you forgotten to be as creative and open and positive and joyful? I know the last 3 years has been hard for everybody. If you've forgotten to feed your joy, and also where do you need to be a leader and help other people to, really bring your strength to support children. Leo rules children. And your inner child, and again, this is love affairs. So again, there can be, yes, I know it sounds kind of trite, old lovers coming back, and you have to decide, do you want those people in your life or not? Again, that Neptune moon opposition, where's the projections? Where's the illusions? Where's the addictions? I have to maybe really work with that and heal that yacht, Pluto, Neptune, to Venus, healing those love addictions, power addictions, all of those energies, okay? And also, Leo, it's really, really important to do what's in your heart, because otherwise you can have heart attacks, problems with your heart. There's been so many people having heart problems. Anyway, you'll hear more about this in the news. And of course, breakups, which you noticed in the news, celebrity news has already started to happen. And so that can be, there will be more of that. Okay. So, Virgo. Okay, so with the moon in Virgo and Mars in Virgo, let's see, you've got the card of the moon. Okay, so the card of the moon is literally like what I was talking about, going on that underworld journey. This is the dark side of the moon. This is where you're scared. This is where there can be paranoia, Virgo. This is where you can be feeling quite lost and foggy. And again, those of you born, in the last 5 days, I would say, of Pisces, Neptune's been on your sun, your moon, your planets, any planets at those last degrees of Pisces. But Pluto is actually helping you to bring back your power, and really your sovereignty. So the focus is always on your heart, Virgo, okay? I know you're usually always way too self-critical. You're too hard on yourself. You're too hard on everybody else. And this is where you really need to learn to listen to your intuition and listen to the dreams. The moon represents, where we can see the stars at night. So the moon is really totally sacred. The stars are always out there, but we can't see them unless it's dark, unless it's nighttime, and especially at the dark of the moon. So, you really want to go into your unconscious. You want to work with your intuition, your imagination. This is a good time to do guided meditations, kind of reprogramming your dreams, really reevaluating what it is you want. and not doing just your duty, not, Virgo also traditionally rules poverty mentality, and this is where you need to realize that you're worth a lot more than you're settling for, Virgo. So really, this is where you kind of decide, yeah, I am worth more. I deserve more. I deserve to take care of my health more. I deserve to get a raise. I deserve to just act like I'm worth it. There's this thing about, fake it till you make it, right? All right, so don't feel too lost, Virgo. We know that you're always very grounded, but let your imagination open. Let yourself go on this journey with an open heart. Okay. So Libra, now, because Venus is your ruling sign, Libra, and because the nodes of the moon have just moved into your sign, your south node is what we're releasing. And we're all going to be collectively releasing through that south node for the next 18 months. So Libra, ironically, never ironically, synchronistically, you get the card of Aries here, the Emperor. So again, for you, this is Venus moving retrograde in Leo, because you're always about defining yourself through others. This is where you reevaluate, well, where am I in that relationship? How do I balance out my own needs? Okay, Aries, the Emperor, the King, like Venus is the Queen, the Emperor, number 4, Aries, fire. So initiating a whole new journey. I would say you need to burn up a lot of old love letters from people. You need to burn up contracts. You need to really learn where your power is. The number 4 is your power. Working with the 4 elements as well. Again, fire, earth, air, water. That's our power. Stay in your heart, Libra. Stay strong. You want justice, you want fairness, but you have to fight for it. So while Venus is retrograde here, it's really important that you really go deeply into your heart. Like this, the south node is sextiling Venus as well. Karma. This is another thing about Libra. Karma, where have you given yourself away too much? Where do you need to bring balance? Where do you need to apply justice? Where do you need to be strong to fight for what you want? This is the Aries energy. This is the Mars. This is the warrior. So being more proactive, really not being afraid to really be true in your heart as well. This can bring up issues with bosses as well. You may decide you don't want to work for that overbearing boss. This can be issues with your father as well. So again, square things off. The number 4. Also, be ready to start a brand new journey at the end of Venus retrograde. So really pay attention to, your inner warrior. Okay, your inner masculine. Again, we all project out. Somebody else is going to come to save us. You have to have that inner balance within you first. And that's what Venus retrograde is going to help you do, to help you to get in touch with your inner beloved so that you can manifest that on the outside. All right. So Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpios must be going out of all those eclipses. So Scorpio, you get Venus here. You get the Empress. Okay. So it's very, very important, Scorpio, that you honor your inner feminine, your nurturing, Again, this could be very powerful mother issues, right? So if you've had any kind of difficult issues or estranged from your mom wasn't there, or whatever that issue is buried in your unconscious, you really need to go in and work with this. And also, really, Scorpio is a water, feminine sign. Anyway, it's receptive, but this is really where you need to let out your creativity that you've been keeping in the dark. Maybe you've been hiding it, Let yourself, art therapy, there's expressive arts therapy, something that I always recommend. This is a good time for Scorpio. If you want to paint all black paintings or whatever, or your inner demons or whatever it is, just really get in touch with your creativity, Scorpio. You can paint, paintings about ex-lovers. You can paint paintings about your fantasies. You can just let it all out. But if you let it all out, that's a way of healing it. So we're going back to revisit and to resurrect and to revolutionize and to change, all of these things. So also, literally, if you're wanting to have a child or give birth to anything in your life, really, this is also what the Venus Empress card represents. So I would say, again, it's about self-nurturing, creativity, working with children, working with your inner child, healing the relationship with your mother, kind of learning to really mother yourself as well. and letting go of a lot of old resentments. Scorpios tend to hold on, right? This is a good time to let it go. If you need to write a letter to your estranged mother, you don't have to technically connect with her unless your heart tells you to. So really ask yourself these questions about, how can I heal, the mother-daughter, the mother-son wound? This is an archetypal thing. But again, bring more beauty into your life, more love into your life, more joy into your life, Scorpio. All right, so Sagittarius. Now, all the fire signs, of course, are getting the trine. Late fire signs are getting the trine from Venus retrograde, so that should be really good for you, creative. You get the card of the sun, Sagittarius. So again, this is the card that rules Venus, so this should be really excellent for you. I would say go for the gold. What was the big medal that you always wanted to get? What's the big prize? And how can you shine your light better in the world? How can you be a guiding light? How can you, there's that pun about soul and the sun, soul. So, bring your soul to bear, go back and release your soul from whatever has been holding you back to shine your light as the truth teller, as the teacher, as the inspirer, as the philosopher, as the trickster, jokester, the justice bringer, all of those things that Sagittarius does. Get your book done, run a race, help some pets, whatever it is that you want to do, Sagittarius, but shine your light. So again, if you have a sun, moon, any planets in Sag, the gold, really wear gold, definitely. Meditate that you are the golden light, that you're always shining no matter what. Sagittarius is usually pretty optimistic here. And again, let go of any heartaches, any, Sagittarians can get depressed. And when they get depressed, they get really depressed, but they always bounce back. But let go of whatever shadows are kind of keeping you from really shining at your brightest. This is re-energizing. We have to kind of stop. It's like getting ready for anything. It's like a pregnancy. You have to go into the dark to come out into the light. Okay, so Sagittarius. All right, maybe buy some gold. Very literally. Okay, Capricorn. All right, so again, Venus and Leo is in conjunct, 150 degrees away from Capricorn. If you use whole sign astrology, you get the death card here, Capricorn. So again, this is about absolutely cutting those cords to any past relationships, resentments, anger. Capricorns do feel emotions. They just don't express them publicly. They feel a lot of emotions. Traditionally they're the goat fish. That means they're the goat connected to the unconscious, just like the symbol of the mermaid rising from the sea, yearning for human experience. So again, death, rebirth, let go of any relationship, job, anything that's been holding you back in your heart from, the heart, the will, the strength, the power, the daring. This is really like cut all those ties off and change. This is a time to make some huge changes in your life as you reevaluate what you're worth, as you reevaluate your goals, as you really reevaluate everything. So I would say be brave. Be courageous, there's nothing to be afraid of. Rebirth is very exciting, So, don't be afraid to allow that deep transformation, emotional transformation to take place. So really get in touch with your emotions, things that you've buried, things that you've been suppressed. There's a lot of talk right now about, healing through the vagal nerve and, Gabor Mate. And the body remembers. Capricorn is the body. Your body remembers all the wounds, all the trauma, and let it go. Just let it go. Let it die. Been there, done that. Let it all go. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So Aquarius peeps here. Now, of course, if you're born right at the beginning of Aquarius, you're also feeling pretty directly this Venus retrograde. All right, now, Aquarius, you get this very special card in the deck. There's only one card like this in the deck, and I use this deck specifically for this card. I like to call it the calling card from your holy guardian angel. So trust, Aquarius, especially that Venus is helping you out. Venus and Leo opposite, people are born in the last degrees of Aquarius, actually, where Saturn just passed over. And Saturn probably gave you a hard time. But, I meant that as Pluto is going to enter Aquarius again, and the next 20 years is going to be what I believe is sort of the beginning of the Aquarian age. Then Aquarius, you need to really connect with your higher self. That's what this card symbolizes, which is like your holy guardian angel, which can be usually symbolized as a golden ball of light above your head. So, Aquarius, maybe you need to really visualize that. Some people call that your soul star, your 8th chakra. Really bring in that higher light and really learn to listen to your holy guardian angel. Aquarians are usually a little bit detached. It's true, a little bit too scientific, but really bring in my higher guides are saying, Aquarius, what you need to do is visualize this golden orb of light above your head, the 8th soul star chakra, and bring it down, and then tap on your heart, and then listen. So if you've never done a meditation practice, maybe this is the time to do it. You don't need to sit still in a lotus position. You can do it while you're walking, or walking your dog, or running, or going to the gym, or whatever. As long as you get out of your head, you just let the divine energy come in. And that's Leo, the heart is divine. The gold is divine. So let your own divinity come through so you can really be at the best, the ultimate, the world shaker, the revolutionary, the freedom fighter, the global networker, to bring in that higher consciousness that we all need right now. Okay. All right. And then Pisces. All right. I see there's a lot of you still there with me. Thank you. So Pisces. Okay. So again, those of you born at the last degree of Pisces, there's the hangman upside down. Okay. Those of you born at the last degree of Pisces, of course, you are in this quincunx, or yod, or finger of God, which is coming at an aspect when two planets are 60 degrees apart, called a sextile, and the two of them are pointing right to, they're 150 degrees apart, to a totally different element, to another planet. So this is Pluto at the last degree of Capricorn, Neptune at 27 Pisces, and they're both focusing right on Venus and Leo, which is the finger of God. So Pisces, in your heart, Leo is going to help you to resurrect yourself, to really be in your strength, in your power, in your courage, to really express yourself fully. That's the fire, the light, the fire. For you, going to be center stage. You're going to come out from the background. You're going to be able to reveal your true soul power. That's the gold, right? There's that pun, and also your feet. Pisces rules the feet. So pay attention to your feet. I would really recommend that you go walking while walking on fire. Yes, that's something that people used to do years ago, walking on coals. Don't do this without a trained professional, though. Burn up a lot of your old issues that are holding you back. Again, the addictions, where you feel trapped, where you feel your heart is shut down. You want to open up to heal that right now. You want to build up your strength and your courage. You have so much to give, Pisces. Saturn in Pisces, I know, is giving a lot of you a hard time right now, but Saturn in Pisces is also going to teach you to be strong, to have boundaries, to really bring in and manifest your true, beautiful soul power, your creativity. Pisces is the sign of actors, actresses, and so is Leo. So you want to step into your role as a real healer and a spiritual inspirer. Okay, that's really important to you. So you got to surrender. That's what the hangman is all about. Okay, don't fight it. Anybody with Pisces planets and placements, you need to surrender. Okay. Also, the card of the hangman is one of the only cards in the tarot, the major arcana, that is based on Viking mythology, Nordic mythology. So this is actually a picture of the god Odin, who is Thor's father, who voluntarily turned himself upside down on the world tree to get knowledge. And so this is how, in their mythology, he channeled the runes, in runic alphabet. It's a lot of psychics use it. It's very ancient. The Vikings, the Nordic people, are going back and embracing their pagan roots right now. So this is a very powerful figure. It's one of the only three what they call mother letters, mother cards in the tarot, along with the Fool, Judgment, and this one. These are three very special cards. So surrendering your upright consciousness downwards into the earth, what they call chiffonic or unconscious energy. So anybody who has Pisces planets, this is what you need to do. It's like inverting, turning upside down what you thought it was, the way you thought it was, and seeing things from a totally new perspective. And also just channeling, it's like letting go and let God. Listen again to your higher self. Listen to Venus talking to you while she goes into her underworld journey. All right. So thank you, everybody. Wow. there's been a lot of people here and they stuck with me the whole time. Thank you. Now there's 44. We're doing those master numbers today. You noticed that. Okay, so I want to urge you, Yulia and a bunch of other really well-known astrologers are going to do a special, very in-depth Venus workshop that's going on, I think, over 4 weeks from the beginning of August. Also August the 13th, I may come on again on the 13th as Venus conjuncts the Sun. That's very special. And I'm going to do my own workshop, actually, which has just been moved to July the 27th. And so if you want to find out about that, you can get in touch with me on my page at Tara Green. And that's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday. And I will be doing a very deep meditation for that. That's really one of my specialties. So if you'd like to join me for that, to really imagine yourself being recrowned, that would be wonderful. Join the CIA. We have wonderful astrologers here. So I want to wish you all the best blessings. And if you want to get in touch with me again, taratarot.com. Okay, have a beautiful, wonderful, fabulous Venus retrograde, and I'll see you again soon. Yeah, I'm usually on here right at the end of the month doing the preview for the next month. So thank you so much. Many blessings to you all.